Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And we got another hot one for you today. But before we get into all of that, Zoe might have a shout out.
You know what? Come think of it, I do. Hey, shout out to all the listeners, man. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate your patience, man. We're trying to get this thing together. So if you hear or don't hear from us, we still at it. We still grinding. And thank you for hanging in there with us. That's all I got.
This week, we're going to be talking about those insecurities, man. You got them. I got them. He got them. He got them. We all got them. So strap in. Let the kings talk about it. All right, good people, and welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And as I am every single week, I'm Alan.
Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy Twine, a.k.a. Twang. Ask me about my podcast, man. You know what time it is. Let's go.
It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
Bah, bah, bah.
All right, Mr.
All right.
Zoe.
So the topic is insecurities. In fact, this is an old topic that came across today as we was scrolling through the long list of topics we got. So in regards of the insecurities, one day I was just thinking, man, and overhearing conversation and being part of some conversations where people will most likely not admit to their insecurities.
Correct.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm going to go ahead and start off with saying that everybody has insecurities.
No, I don't.
Everybody that's listening, everybody that ain't listening, these three that's sitting here,
Listen.
Everybody has insecurities.
Everything that hath breath
Oh, well.
Oh, my God.
has insecurities.
Jesus.
And if you don't have insecurity, you a lie, and the truth is not.
I ain't got no insecurities. I ain't got no insecurities.
I will say that my insecurities that I did have, I still have a few. I just don't know what they are right now. But the ones that I was aware of, shout out to the growth, man. There's a lot of things that used to get to me that no longer get to me because I've outgrown some of the insecurities that I did have.
So how did this start? How did this conversation come about? Where did you pull this one from?
Again, it was a conversation I was having with somebody, and nothing was wrong with them, and I saw.
You said nothing was wrong with them.
They said something happened, all right, and the insecurity started seeping through their pores.
Oh,
so I was like, "Hey, sidebar, let's have a conversation." And because I don't want to get into detail. Mm-hmm. So we had a conversation and the person was like, nah, that ain't it. And I was like,
but that was it.
You full of it. Paraphrasing.
You a lie. And the truth is not in you.
Why do they got to be a lie? Why can't they just be trying to hide their insecurity?
That's lying.
That's not lying. That's just trying to hide their insecurity.
It is a lie of omission.
It's a lie.
They trying to cover
it.
Trying to cover it up.
Listen.
Trying to sweep it under the rug.
I tell you what,
make it sweet.
You can lie to yourself all day, but everybody else can see it.
Well, insecurity. So in trying to hide the insecurity, does it make it more obvious that that's an area of insecurity? Like, okay, give it. You can't tell the story, so give it an example.
Because if I tell the story,
right, then I know who they are. Right, but I don't want to know who they are.
I don't care, but I'm trying to be respectful of other people's.
That's not what we're trying to do.
Yeah,
we're just trying to give some scenarios or examples of insecurities.
I can give a scenario or an example since I made it public at the comedy show that I have a problem that I never feel like I'm enough.
Okay,
ever.
That's an insecurity.
It's a problem.
Okay.
But what am I gonna do? And so it drives me to always be better because I never feel like I'm good enough.
But okay.
Even though people have said
that's good, right? That's what I was gonna say. Now,
So-
is that driving force a negative or a plus?
I think it depends on how it manifests. It certainly could be a negative because it's going to be a driving force in whatever you do. And so if my name, if I was in the Cash Money Brothers in CMB, then it would definitely be a negative driving force because I would not be my brother's keeper because I gotta be top dog. But it also can be negative because it causes you to compare yourself to other people when you shouldn't really necessarily do that. Because you don't know the other person's story. You don't know why they're in a position and you're not necessarily there, or why they have this and don't have that. So it's not necessarily good to compare yourself. But if you're a person that never feels good enough, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. Because otherwise you would just feel good enough.
What's another one?
So that's one. Since I made it public at the comedy club, you all get to share in that. Shout out to Tony Baker.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Baker, man. Keep that same energy. Another insecurity will probably be relationship wise.
Okay.
Not personally. Well, actually, that's one of the things I probably got over in my insecurities is having the opposite sex around your significant other. Some people have an insecurity of that because they feel as if they're not good enough. So now they're on edge because you talking to him or you talking to her, and they think that their mind is wandering.
So would that lead them to controlling?
Yes.
Like controlling behavior?
Yes.
Especially if you don't recognize it and check it, for sure.
Oh, yeah. More control. You can't do this. You can't do that. And if you go to the grocery store, I got to go with you. I'm talking about the smallest, simplest things, man. I know a couple right now that they cannot go somewhere without the significant other because of how they got together.
Is that a trust thing or is that well, I guess is insecurity a trust thing?
The thing of it is, it's going to lead to these other things. So being insecure is going to, because at the end of the day, guess what? So if somebody's going to do what they're going to do.
Right. So
you're
going to wear yourself to death worrying about.
Yes, people will do it. People will do it. People will
say for example, you got with your significant other cheating on the current one or the past one that we was on.
Right.
So now you in a relationship. This person was cheating on their significant other, and this other person that they rocking with was cheating on the other person.
So now
y'all together. So now y'all know how y'all do. So now it's like, well, do I trust him?
But see, that's what I'm saying. So it's a trust issue.
That they're insecure because of how they got together. The way they got together makes them insecure about their relationship. Does that make?
It makes sense. No, it makes sense. But
all right, I'm gonna.
I deal with. I think that for me, I guess that's trust.
I mean, I would probably so.
It has something to do with
insecurities are about you.
Okay, you're right, and that's
and it wouldn't matter who the other person was.
Right, it would.
So you were gonna be if it was an insecurity like the whole not feeling like you're good enough, or feeling like if Shamar Moore walked by, then she might leave. Then that bruh, that's you.
This is not an insecurity, but I know right now if John Legend was to walk into the room, I would disappear if Ashley was in there. Gone. Out of there. I know John Legend. John Legend is my arch nemesis right now. I respect Dr. John Legend, no disrespect, but I know my wife loves her some John Legend. That's like the hall pass
thing. But whoever you famous person they like, I don't consider that a.
But that doesn't bother me though. That doesn't bother me. Like we joke about it all the time.
Yeah.
But I know that John Legend was.
I don't think you got to worry about that.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying not to say that. I was trying not to say that. I was trying not
on both sides, either way. But even if that,
I don't think that would be an insecurity.
If it was somebody local and not and somebody that she had access to, you think it would be different?
I don't know because you saying that's your insecurity, but I'm trying to figure out what's I'm insecure about.
That is not an insecurity. I don't get insecure when other men are around Ashley.
Okay.
Even if they doing
right. No, I get it.
Trying to how do the kids say it now?
Riz, yeah.
What?
Trying to Riz.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's for the younger generations out there. That's listening. Riz.
Riz is also now a noun and an adjective and a verb. Riz is also, it probably started out short for charisma.
Yeah.
But now it's a noun, adjective, and verb. Like he got Riz. Or he is rizzing her up.
There you go. You're welcome, Calvin.
You're welcome.
We just.
You are the old man,
you
Calvin.
are the old man now.
You are the old. You are the same. You are your parents when you was in high school. That's where you are now, because you don't know what's going on out here.
I have no clue.
And so they in the house speaking in code, and they're not. They just speaking language. They just talking.
Yeah, all right. So that'll be my insecurity because I do not know. I have. This is sad. This is sad.
Hey. The only difference today between when we was coming up is now if parents wanted to know, all they got to do is be involved in social media in some way because it's all there.
Or have children that's
like,
involved.
yeah. But
because my mother certainly didn't know any of the slang I was using. That's what it is, man. Riz.
Hey, shout out to everybody. Hey,
we're going to do an episode on new slang.
I need
catch
a twine
up.
time moment, man. Cue the music, man.
Cue the
music,
right,
man.
Here we go. Twine time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned in to Twine Time. For those who don't know, Riz is a new form of charisma, or the new word for charisma. So if you're getting rizzed up out in these streets, that's all I got.
Put Twine Time in there for all the parents, all the old people like Calvin. All the old people like Calvin. That's what you say. You say all the people like Calvin who are not up to date.
So that would not be like it would have been if I didn't have a better mindset than I have now. Like if I was the Ozo, it would be a problem. I would want all the smoke.
So what would be? I got to think of. Y'all keep going because I got to think of an insecurity that I can
relate to, or just
talk
or just
about
that you know about.
that I can know about. Like people might
gotta
see
know
it,
about
I don't right,
but
and I don't identify it.
So around
Like okay, insecurity. So if somebody points something out, they say, but that to me isn't an insecurity.
It can be your boss. It could be somebody that's in charge that don't know what they're doing and they have an insecurity.
But that's not my insecurity. It has to be something in me to make me insecure.
Let's do you said name an insecurity to give an example. We're not saying that we have these insecurities. We are just giving examples of
different
what insecurities could be. Right.
All right.
Yeah. That's what
I'm trying to relate to it.
We gonna use a definition so we can help Calvin.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Analytical, I like it.
Okay. I mean, we gotta have some ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't. That's what I'm saying.
So this is from WebMD. You can pull it from wherever you want, young people in the audience. But insecurity is a feeling of inadequacy and uncertainty. It produces anxiety about your goals, relationships, and ability to handle certain situations.
Okay, I got it.
Everybody deals with insecurity from time to time. It can appear in all areas of life and come from a variety of causes. It could come from a traumatic event, patterns of previous experience, social conditioning, learning rules by observing others, or local environments such as school, work, or home.
Work, I got it. Good.
I know you got work.
So there we go. Because
we've been talking about it. We had conversations about
it. All right, so I just needed somewhere to kind of bring
Next
it.
time we'll start with definition and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that was good because Calvin here ain't no mechanic.
We know.
Yeah, but no, everybody don't know. Everybody don't know.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Don't know.
Huh?
So you're in a room full of mechanics, and you're not a mechanic.
Yeah.
That will bring out insecurity.
Because you like, man, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, there you go. So I would be. That's my arena.
Grab the wrench and wrench it off, man.
Yeah, that would be my arena for insecurity, because they get to talking about cars and fixing and or this.
You know what I have?
Yeah,
it's not insecurity.
No, but I don't. But that according to that definition.
Okay.
Because if that's the environment you're in,
yeah,
and the people you're around,
yeah,
and that's what the conversation is. That's what they do,
yeah, especially
for a living,
yeah.
And
well, let's talk about something recreational. When people talk about sports and football and all that stuff, I can't relate. That is, I guess that's an insecurity.
It's not insecurity.
Okay, but that ain't insecurity if you can't relate.
Insecurity.
But if that's what you like, let's say you played football. You played football.
Yeah.
They say you on the football team. Everything they talking about is football.
Yeah.
You on the team. Hey, you.
I'm on the bench. I'm getting the ring regardless, baby. I'm on the bench. That's okay.
That's me.
So let's use football so we can try to nail down what insecurity really.
Yeah.
So it would be that, like, you on the football team.
You on the team.
But
you good
sitting
enough to make the
but
team.
But you don't feel like you're good enough.
But you don't feel like you're good enough.
And then when they put you in the game, because you don't feel like you're good enough, you don't remember none of these plays. Right? Like, am I going left? Am I going right? Yes.
You want to feel lost,
but that can happen in every area of life.
Right, there we go. See, now that's helping because you can grab the wrong bolts.
Oh.
And put it.
Man, you talking about somebody's life right now, ain't there?
Bodies, bleeding bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
My goodness.
Wrong bolts is crazy.
Oh,
goodness gracious.
That's crazy.
I like it.
He said we just wrong bolts.
Say for example,
next thing you know,
hypothetically, you grabbing the wrong bolts.
Then Calvin gonna be talking about, I grabbed the Riz bolt. Like, what?
They got me some Riz's. What?
What are you talking about? Okay, but anyway,
these bolts got the Riz.
The other thing is, insecurity can be temporary or it can be like long lasting. So that's the other part of that.
We good. We got the right. We in the ballpark.
It was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I tell people all the time, like NIT, man, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing almost every day.
Okay,
and
good.
we figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't. It's not that. It's not the.
But
thing
that doesn't induce your insecurity. That anxiety.
Right. It doesn't induce the anxiety. That doesn't. Because don't nobody else. They don't know no more than I know.
Right.
So.
But when you're in an environment where you feel like you don't know as much.
Like when they ask you for the 80th time, what's the total on that?
You know that you don't know as much. So that's another thing. Not just feeling like it, but you in there like
fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it, baby. I'm not doing this with you.
Hey man, you stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Exactly.
Hey, look. No, man.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's just move on.
Hey, this is good. All right. So dealing with anxiety or dealing with insecurity. How do you? To me, okay. So for me personally, being under or in the Marine Corps, dealing with stressful environments, helped me to deal with some of my insecurities because that unknown and unaware environments and those high pressure situations helped me to deal with the uncertainty of not knowing and having to figure it out and still move and do and try to
figure it out on the move, basically.
Yeah, that helped to me. That helped me. It hurt for some. It made it worse, and I didn't understand that part till later. That being in those environments actually add to your insecurity. Yeah. So you got to get away from that environment.
In regards of, because y'all been through the Marine Corps or been in it or Marines. So the stuff that I was taught or we were taught was good for those environments when we were in Iraq and things of that nature, but it didn't transition well to the civilian side.
But see,
so dealing with that, not knowing, it just made it worse for me because now I'm overthinking it. I'm and the anxiety kicking in. So I don't know. But it's opposite for me.
No, but I understand. But by me not getting out of the environment, it's still there.
Oh yeah, you never really left.
You see, and that I didn't understand that till recently. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Come to find out, it's the same or the similar stress levels and patterns, which was in the definition, that I experienced in school because of racism and prejudices and other stuff.
Favoritism
and nepotism and all the other stuff. I tell you, I didn't understand it and didn't connect it. So if you're experiencing those listeners, if you're experiencing some of these insecurities,
get over it.
No, I'm
sorry. What was the question again?
Some people, and therapy helps with that.
It does.
It does. It gives you tools.
Are you speaking from experience?
No. I'm not speaking from experience. That's why I was pointing at y'all.
No, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about these other.
Calvin is like, look, build a bridge and get over it.
But what Angie pointed out, it was a trigger. I didn't know it was a trigger, but I got amped up for it. It's a show called Special Forces.
Oh, I ain't seen it.
Watch it. It's a trigger.
Where is it?
It's a trigger.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that trigger for me.
I didn't know that. That was my first one. And I got excited.
I was watching. It's a show called Lioness.
Oh, I ain't seen it. I've seen bits and pieces.
That was slightly triggered for me when I watched it.
What is it?
When I saw her going
called Lioness.
It's called Lioness. When she was at boot camp and she was like, "I can give you 20 right now," or whatever she said.
I'll look at it.
I was like, "Yeah."
All right.
Her tenacity.
Yeah.
It moved me. It moved me.
That did not move me.
That's okay.
I ain't seen it.
You know what? Because when I was looking
I know
at it,
it's fake.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like, oh, he about to hustle her right into the Marine Corps.
Got it.
Oh, when she ran into the
because she ran into the gym.
Spoiler alert.
She ran into the gym.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
It's all right.
All right, next.
So triggers.
Bodies bleeding bodies.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So we talked about, we actually touched on or talked about how we are doing things to help with it. As far as the anxiety you were talking about, are there any things that you have incorporated to help you with the insecurities like that?
Well, I'm not sure if it's a healthy. Well,
you know it's about to be some bull. He's starting off with that. Come on, what you talking about?
So whenever like I have an anxiety moment or something, I start letting people have it. I don't wait. I don't wait no, because before I would just wait and kind of but now it's just like, okay, get away from me because you bother me, and this is why you bother me. And then the next time you do it, this is what's going to happen. So what we're not going to do is continue down this path until
You've been doing that for years, my brother.
No, I haven't. Not like this. Not like this.
Now.
I haven't. This is why I haven't. Because I would wait. I stopped waiting. I started doing it initially. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I started doing it immediately. I don't wait.
He doing it like Bernie Mac coming off the subway.
This is my mixtape, brother.
No, it's not like that. But that keeps.
Before they even say anything.
Come to find out, that keeps from getting there. Addressing issues when they happen, not letting them fester and build because of an insecurity of I might say the wrong thing. Or no, I don't care.
That's another thing too.
Yeah, but that's why like holding back what you say because you're insecure about hurting somebody's feelings or stuff like that.
That's a thing.
To me, that was my thing.
Yeah, I still have that issue.
No, I found out. It helps. You should try it.
Just say it.
No, yeah. Like if you got a problem, no, listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm Linda.
Linda, that's her name.
Listening.
But so I started letting her have it because for me, letting issues fester, whether they rub you wrong or not, letting things build and go because you're insecure with not saying the right thing or saying what you need to say. That has helped me by going ahead and verbalizing. It's very helpful. Respectfully,
it depends on the environment.
Respectfully, and not cussing people out, not raising my voice, but simply in a calm and normal tone, expressing how I feel or my.
I recently had a situation like that.
Yeah.
I was at work and the guy, he just kept talking. He's always talked about teamwork this and teamwork that, but only when it benefited him.
Right.
And any other time, it's like, no, I'm good. Y'all do that. I'm not helping. None of it. So I called him out on. I was like, look, man, because he said something slick to me. I don't even remember what he said, but it pushed the right button. I immediately was like, look, let me talk to you for a second.
And that's what I try to stop waiting until somebody push my button to go ahead and say, okay, let me address this, so that way it's helped me somewhat.
Man.
But I still work in environments in very bad, very toxic, very negative environments.
I get it.
And I don't get the privilege of working in professional environments, which I would think I would love. But here
For now.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, here I am.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, I was like, man, don't none of that stuff happen.
Exactly. I told
none of that stuff be happening.
Angie about a situation that I had, and she said, no, that's an EOE automatic. Like, phone call immediately. Everybody fired. Shut it down.
Dang.
No. It was a real comment. It was a very blatant. No, we don't train.
Listen,
We don't do for.
we turned off
What? Just like that.
We turned off stuff because somebody sent the wrong gift. We turned off all gifts, whole organization. Because somebody sent the wrong because it could be
perceived that way.
So we was like, nope, off.
Yep.
Oh no,
nobody gets gifts now.
In my environment, work environment, there's some things that said that HR would have a field day with.
Well, that's because y'all just need to go to the shed.
I ain't talking about like verbally disagreeing. I'm just talking about just random, any moment. It could be just the most raunchiest conversations had, and we be saying to ourselves like, "Yo, this is it's an HR nightmare, if you will."
Well,
I'm on a prism, just everywhere. Moving on, but I am a part of that problem. So let's just, I can't really say that I am part of that problem.
Almost out. Thank you.
Almost, okay.
Almost done.
All right,
almost done.
Man, 20 years.
Hey, some people are slow learners.
Man, you old.
Slow learners. All right.
I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Have you allowed your insecurities to affect your life?
Sounds like it. Sounds
about right.
you can say no, but it sure sounds like it.
Sound about right.
It sound about right. Yeah.
Sound about right.
Yeah.
So the short answer is yes.
Are you doing anything to help it?
And wait.
There's more.
And if you say you haven't,
okay,
you's a lie.
Oh.
And the truth is not in you.
So all of us have these insecurities. Even so, what's this? Controlled relationships through insecurity.
Well, we touched on it before. We briefly spoke on it.
I mean, you're talking about like not letting
people do stuff, or I mean, my thing is you just have to figure out a way to acknowledge when you are being irrational about a thing. Yeah. Because like the whole notion of, well, you can't go to the grocery store without me is just like, what?
Ridiculous, yo. That's ridiculous.
What? I mean, if it's that bad, just get out. Just leave. Y'all both are done.
Yeah, but
some people like that though.
What you mean?
Some people like that.
Some people love it.
The person,
you don't care about me.
The person that is being controlled likes that.
When you have two people with insecurities that are similar, they stick together through that toxic.
That sounds like dysfunctional relationship.
Hey, some people like that though.
Some people like it. Lowered expectations.
Some people like it, man. Some people do like it.
Yeah, no? that one don't sit.
I can tell you who don't like it.
That's one that just don't sit well with me. That one kind of like.
I was in some relationships that
I couldn't be in the relationship with people with those kind of insecurities because they are draining.
Oh,
that to me, when I see that kind of stuff, it's like that person's draining, so I kind of avoid that person. Even if I'm not, I avoid them.
Had me out here looking like a crackhead, man.
That's draining.
Looking like Will Smith.
That's draining, man.
Out here looking like Will Smith in the streets.
I couldn't do that.
Like
hey, that's some foolishness
Lord,
too.
it, man.
No, that's real because
I saw that. Nah, I'm gonna just move on.
I think it's publicity.
It's all publicity.
I think it's about money. I really don't believe it's the issues that they say they got. I think it's just.
Oh no, I think they got the issues.
They could. I'm not saying they don't.
Now, he
because
said
to
he
me,
has insecurities, but
to me, really, I'm not tolerating you
doing all the other stuff.
Well,
that's going on.
I mean, I guess
some people
in the public eye.
Nobody knew what was
going on.
But my thing is, if I'm putting on the front, me and Andrew, a couple of us were talking. If you putting on the front, okay, that's the front. Don't switch it up. And if you switch it up, it's going to be a problem. But this is the front.
Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody tired of putting it in the front.
But I don't think that's what that is.
Well, it all started when somebody lost control of their emotions and they went on stage and did something.
No,
before that. That's what I'm saying. And that's my issue. That's before that. Yeah, man. I don't know that. That's before that. Way before that.
No, I'm saying the whole. Okay, no, I'm saying
because August Alsina came out before that.
The front.
All right,
and then after the slap, it was like, okay, this is not the front no more. Now everything's over.
No, bro. When you got me on that table.
Oh, I forgot about the red table.
Over here crying.
Come on.
Over here with all them tears. Over here with them tears flowing.
I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of it.
You see all the memes?
No. Well, I saw the memes, but I just...
And the music... Entanglement.
All right, let's just move on. What time?
I'm saying.
Wrap this up, B. Wrap it up, B.
Hey, my self-esteem got to be shot to be put through all that.
But if you, I haven't read the whole book, but if you read his book, he'll tell you. Yeah, that's essentially
he got insecurities.
He got a lot of
Yeah,
it.
he did. I started reading the book, and then all this stuff started happening. I just lost interest in reading the rest of the book. But anyway,
I mean,
cue the music.
That's tough.
Yes, Lord. It is.
That's tough.
That is tough. But again, insecurities, man.
I couldn't deal with somebody like that.
I
don't have the patience. I just
understand.
gotta walk. It wouldn't be a whole bit for us. I'm walking. I'm just out. I ain't explaining. I'm out.
So
apparently they've been out because they've been living separate.
So we ain't dealing with you no more.
Oh well,
I'm not calling you. I'm not texting you. We not. I don't care about none of them.
They had minor kids. They had minor kids.
Goodbye.
Good day, sir.
You lose.
You lose.
Bye. Too many insecurities. I can't. I'm a small person for that, and I know I can't handle that
somebody
kind of
else's.
That's too much.
Weight.
It's too much.
Yeah, I got it. It's just too
I got
much.
limits.
I understand. We all got our limits.
All right, love y'all, man. I'm sorry.
That's all I got. Anything else?
That's your
Hey, yo,
episode,
if you
man.
do have insecurities, man,
Work on it.
whether you want to admit to it or not, just find help and to deal with those insecurities, so you don't have to live in anxiety and fear and all this other nonsense, man.
We all
It's stressful. It takes time off your life, man. Live to the great fullest, man. Leave that stuff at the door, man. That's all I got.
See y'all next week.
Yeah.